Today we're going to conduct a test to see whether or not Clash Royale YouTuber decks are clickbait.
Nothing I say can prepare you for this. Ladies and gentlemen, Recruits E-Giant.
Is this deck actually as no skill as Invader said? Well, based on first glance, this deck does look pretty low skill. We're just going to go for the E-Giant first play. Just truly trying to embrace the no skill of this deck right here. But you know what, guys? Sometimes decks look really low skill, but then you actually try to play them and you realize that there's a lot more decision making with them than you might expect. So we're going to see how that goes here with this deck. We'll see if there's actually any cool plays we can make, or if it's just going to purely be no skill. We'll see. E-Giant is kind of dead right here. It's not really going to do much. I feel like in order to actually get damage in this matchup, we're probably going to have to get some good bowler lineups or some good Evo bombers maybe. Maybe even some good recruits as well. Pretty sure this guy just has Hog Earthquake. Yeah, should just be Hog Earthquake right here. We're going to get a nice tornado. Kind of waited for a second just so the skeleton could die there, but it did cost us a hog hit, so that might have not really been worth it. Let's just go for the recruits in the back. You know, the thing is, guys, is that the recruits just have like 2 placements, basically. Like, just a couple placements, and that's all the possible placements for them in this game, so recruits are a pretty low skill card. Please kill that firecracker. Nice, we do kill it. Let's go. I don't really expect the recruits to do much here since they're not evolved, but once we actually get to the evolution, we could probably do quite a bit more, I'm hoping. I'll just get the bowler going in the back. Guys, I feel like bowler is one of the lower skill cards in Clash Royale. It's just so easy to play. It completely blocks up a lane for like a good minute straight, and it can even line up on the tower for a lot of damage too. Oh, you guys know what the one nice thing is going to be here? Is that the Log plus Earthquake no longer kills the Mother Witch, so that could actually get us a lot of value sometimes. But really just the Firecrackers are going to be pretty pesky for us in this matchup, so we're going to have to see if there's a way for us to work around that. This guy does go for the Hog in the back. I guess I'll just get a cannon up high. I don't really have a better play right now. I'm going to get my recruits as well. Should counter all of this. Probably going to have to NATO in a Firecracker right here into our recruits, but that should work actually. Let me see here what would be best. I think we just pull this in this way, maybe. Hopefully we're able to kill the Firecracker. I'm not even sure if we're going to be able to. Okay. Just not dying for some reason. We do get our cannon down right here. Hopefully bowler can knock back this Hog Rider. Nice. Okay, let's go. Perfect defense right there. I feel like I'm not really doing any crazy plays, and I'm still defending everything relatively easily, so I actually feel pretty decent about this right now, guys. We could go in for the E-Giant because the Firecracker should just ignore everything. Yeah, that's a really bad Firecracker out of him. Bro, this bowler's going like crazy. We're actually going to get a nice Evo Bomber here as well to get a little bit on that cannon. We get a nice set of arrows for the Firecracker, of course, forcing out a second cannon, but this guy's cycle is so quick, guys, that it's kind of difficult to actually ever get anything going, because when we kill his first Firecracker, he just gets a second one, it feels like. Good bomber right there, going to allow us to fully counter the Hog Rider. I think right now we just go for another E-Giant, guys, and, you know, just having the arrows in this deck, I feel like does make it also a lot lower skill, because arrows are so easy to aim. A lot of other spells in the game, you need some precise aiming or precise timing, but for arrows, you just play them, and they pretty much always hit exactly what you need them to hit. This guy has to get a second cannon right here. Wait, E-Giant reached the tower, okay. I was planning to diss Invader and say that this deck is not the lowest skill in the game, but man, after what just happened right now, I just feel like this deck is kind of autopiloting me. Maybe Invader was not clickbaiting. I'm gonna give Invader a 9 out of 10 on the clickbait scale.
Finally at number 1 as the highest skill deck in Clash Royale, we have Minor Balloon Cycle.
Is this really the highest skill deck in Clash Royale, like BlackX said? Honestly, I actually have no idea whether or not this is going to be a clickbait title out of BlackX or not, guys, because it's been a little bit since I've actually played this deck, a couple of weeks or so, but the thing is that some new balance changes have came out not super long ago, and the Ice Golem got a little bit of an HP buff. I guess it already got an HP buff a little while ago, but it feels very recent to me still, so the Ice Golem HP buff actually could make this deck not as high skill as it used to be, because it could make the defense a little bit less precise and stuff like that, and I feel like also the Evolved Musketeer is very broken right now, so that could maybe minus some points from this deck being high skill as well, because the Evil Musketeer just seems to bail you out of so many situations. You can just kill buildings with it easily, you can snipe down Executioners, Archer Queens, really everything. Also, this guy just going all in right now, man. That is an interesting choice out of him. We're just going to get this up high, then I guess we just bar barrel as well. We actually might be able to defend this. Yo, this deck is insane. Bruh. Ain't no way. Yeah, this guy gets 0 damage. Was that really high skill, guys? Was that really high skill? I can't say so. He does get some damage right here, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with this situation. I might actually try to just let him... You know, I'm actually going to let him take my tower, guys. I could defend this right now, but I think we could get something even better going by just going for a minor balloon here, because he literally should not be able to defend this. So even though we lost our tower, we're probably going to take... We lost like half our tower, but we're going to take most of his tower. I'm hoping. Alright, come on. Man, if I got a bar barrel down, but I don't think I will. Okay, maybe I could have played my bar barrel there, guys, and I could have taken, like, his entire tower, but it's okay. But, you know, this deck could still redeem itself if there's just some plays that I'm not able to do and I just get outskilled, I guess, or something. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. We're just going to go in for the Balloon Ice Golem here. Dude, the Ice Golem's HP is just crazy now. I feel like I'm not even really having to think too much. I'm kind of just spamming the Ice Golems. This guy does go in for a Fireball, which will allow him to defend, but still the Balloon death damage is so annoying every time. I think the death damage is just something that makes the Balloon a lot lower skill than it otherwise could be, because the death damage just guarantees you get something out of the Balloon. It pretty much guarantees you get something out of the Balloon, even if it dies, you know, from whatever else it may be. Okay, this is actually kind of close right now onto our King Tower, but I think we're chilling here. Didn't really take too much damage from that Battle Ram either. And I don't really feel like I'm doing that many amazing plays, guys. I don't know, like, I'm getting some good interactions, you know, I'm getting some nice snipes like that. Musketeer there, perfect. Sniping down the Mother Witch despite him trying to block it with the Lumberjack. And yeah, I mean, I'm making just some basic plays here, and I'm still doing so well. Now, obviously, Balloon can be higher skill in some matchups, but I feel like this deck just has too many strong cards in the current meta for it to be, like, the very highest skill deck. Because, you know, we could say this deck is a high skill deck, and the video by BlackX still could have been clickbait, because it has to be the highest skill deck in the game. I don't know, I feel like there has to be some other higher skill decks out there, you know what I mean? But hey, we still have a final stretch to go right here. He does go for the Ewiz there, but Miner's probably going to kill it. Yeah, we do kill it, and he has to, like, Fireball, otherwise that'll take the tower. Yeah, he does go for the Fireball, but Balloon is actually going to damage down this Mother Witch pretty heavily. We're going to go for an Ice Golem right here, just get our Balloon down. In some matchups, you have to have really picture-perfect interactions with this deck, but in others, you just can kind of just spam your stuff over and over, and it works out really well. In this case, we won pretty easily. I'm gonna say BlackX's video is a 4 out of 10 on the clickbait scale.
I'm talking about Pekka bridge spam, but it is definitely the best Pekka bridge spam in the current meta, last meta as well.
Is this deck really a meta counter like Surgical Goblin said? Let's find out. Alright, hopping straight into it, we're just gonna cycle our Lumberjack in the back right here. Just wanna try to get to our evolutions. Pekka's a pretty interesting deck, guys. It does do really well against certain things, but against other things it can be quite a bit of a struggle. But I feel like some cards like the Evo Lumberjack and the Mother Witch and stuff like that can make this deck do really well against certain things. Oh, nice, we get the barbs here right on the tower. Pretty good early damage. Looks like it's probably going to be Hog with the Executioner, I assume. Now, he might want to get his king up off this ghost, so I think I will just have to get my Golden Knight down here, guys, just to make sure that he doesn't go for a king activation. We do get our Ewiz off on the Hog Rider. He actually has the Knight, interestingly enough. We can just spam here so he can't go for the NATO on the ghost like he wants to. If I didn't play the Lumberjack there, I know he would have got his king up. He might get his king up anyways. Yeah, he does, but maybe Ghost will get some damage. We could even go for a Battle Ram right here. Wait, this is actually so good for us right now. I don't think he's going to have anything for this. Yeah, he goes for a very late log after the Ram already connects. Barb gets on the tower there. And we're looking pretty good so far, guys. Very good, actually. This kind of matchup is actually not that easy. At least normally it's not that easy for Pekka because it's pretty hard to get rid of the Evo Executioner, especially. That's definitely the worst part of this matchup. We're just going to get our Ewiz for this Hog Rider, but this guy really thinks he's up in Elixir. And this guy's Elixir reading skills are just not really up there, it feels like. I don't know what he's going to do here. We could just pop the ability and then maybe this just gets right on the tower. Oh, he does get the Evo Executioner down, but honestly, I'm kind of happy to bait it out on just a simple Golden Knight instead of him getting a lot more value out of it by going for it on a bigger push. But, you know, guys, I thought that Surgical Goblin's title was kind of true. Well, I thought it was kind of untrue at first because I'm like, man, you know, how could this deck be a meta counter when there's so many of these quick cycle decks with, like, Tesla and Cannon going around that could completely hard counter Pekka, you know? I thought it could be clickbait. Wow, beautiful prediction right there, my gosh. I don't think we're going to get a connection, though, but that was a beautiful prediction. Barb does connect for a bit, actually. But yeah, I thought this was like completely clickbait, but then I remembered, guys, one of the most popular decks recently was this Miner Goblin Hut deck with like bats and spear goblins, and to have the Mother Witch against that deck is actually really good, so it actually makes Pekka counter that. But I feel like since the previous meta, after some balance changes and stuff, it seems like now that deck is not nearly as popular, and it seems more like there's a lot of these Goblin Drill Fireball decks going around top ladder, which I feel like this deck does not do too well against, so I'm not really too sure how I feel about Surgical Goblin's title. I think we're just going to have to play it right here and see how we feel about the deck right now, and judge it kind of based off of that. The meta is still kind of developing. I feel like towards the end of the season, the meta always ends up just completely taking a 360 turn out of nowhere, so we'll see what happens. We're just going to get our arrows down right here just to kind of chip down the Executioner. Wait, maybe we could get a nice lineup here. Oh, he goes for the Evo Ice Spirit and everything. My gosh. Okay, come on, Golden Knight. Nice, we get a dash from the tower, but we take so much hog damage. Oh, I think we lost, guys. Yeah, all he has to do is rocket. I feel like I played that pretty well, too. Maybe the last hog push I could have defended better, but I don't even know. I'm going to have to give Surgical Goblin's video a 3 out of 10 on the clickbait scale because I feel like this deck was a meta counter last season, but not so much right now.
With 4% more damage, Giant Skeleton will spook opponents with extra explosiveness. Graveyard and Tombstone with Evolve Witch feels like a cheat code. Despite her healing getting multiple nerfs, if you have enough skeletons, she always stays alive. It's time to spam skeletons for giant success and assert dominance.
Is Surtag's Giant Skeleton deck actually that broken? So guys, Giant Skeleton actually recently got a pretty nice buff to where now it does 4% more damage than it used to, and I guess because of that, Surtag made a video on it, and he said that he thinks this is one of the more broken decks right now. It's just like Giant Skeleton Graveyard. We have like the Curse up in here. Really strong defense as well with the just Fisherman, Tombstone, everything like that. Of course, the Evo Witch is really good with Graveyard as well. So we're going to have to put this deck to the test right now. You know, a couple of things I noticed right off the bat, guys, is that I think Giant Skeleton Graveyard is actually pretty broken right now. The only thing is that I think it's a lot more broken when you have Cannoneer in the deck, and Surtag actually did not put Cannoneer in this deck, so I don't know if it's actually going to be that good without the Cannoneer, but we're going to have to just test that right now and see. Oh, I don't think we're going to get our King up. Yeah, unfortunately that just died a little bit too early. Almost could have got our King up with our Fisherman, but it's okay. Maybe next time against the next Goblinstein. And also, guys, another thing is that I saw some other Giant Skeleton Graveyard decks and they had like Snowball and stuff like that, and I feel like it's really good to have Snowball in this deck just to kind of knock stuff away from your Giant Skeleton and somehow get these random tower connections. And also, I think Goblin Hut is better over the Tombstone as well because you get not only ground defense but also air defense and just more of a counter push every single time. But that being said, we're going to give Surtag's Variation the benefit of the doubt here and see how it's actually going to work for us. So we do get our Tombstone set up. We could just go for the Giant Skeleton right now. Also, wow, my Graveyard RNG was so unlucky. I literally got 0 damage with my Graveyard through his poison. Normally it always gets like at least a few hundred, even if they poison. At least like a couple hundred. Alright, let's go in for a Graveyard right here. This guy's probably going to get a Stein or something like that, but we'll see. I feel like there's not really too much I can do here with the Giant Skeleton. The thing about the Giant Skeleton, guys, is that it's really broken in some matchups, but then in others it feels like it just like a knight that costs twice as much, you know what I mean? Like in some matchups it really is just a knight that costs twice as much, and I feel like that's kind of what it feels like in this matchup so far, but hopefully we're able to get a big, nice push down. The thing about it is that it does tank for a really long time, so at least that's good. We could go in for the Graveyard right here, guys. I know he's just going to poison the Graveyards every single time, but maybe we're somehow going to be able to get a little bit of chip damage right here, and we can just keep on healing our Witch as well. The Witch is actually healing really nicely right here, guys. Look at that Evo Witch value. Dude, this Evo Witch is actually going insane. We do get some nice splash from the tower as well. My gosh, this is pretty good. Kind of a terrible Graveyard out of this guy. He might get really good poison value, don't get me wrong, but like he spent so much elixir. Wait, I think I have to Tombstone on this. I don't like the Tombstone too much in this deck, but I guess sometimes it does get a little bit of value. Alright, let's just go for a Giant Skelly in the back, guys, and we could maybe also try to get to our Evolved Zap, and that could actually be pretty nice to kill the guards. Wow, look at that Fisherman damage on the right side. The nice thing about Fisherman over something like a NATO is that you actually get a counter push out of it, which can be really good. Okay, he does go for the poison here, but hopefully our Evo Witch can survive. Nice, it survives! Guys, our Evo Witch survived, and it's going to heal off this graveyard. Oh, he goes for the bar barrel, though, to kill it just a little bit early. We do get a nice giant Skelly Bomb right here, hitting just about everything. And we did get a little bit of damage, guys. Not too much, though. But just a little something. Let's just go in for the Witch here in the back. Kind of don't want to give him poison value by going same lane too much, so... Oh man, guys, this will be a close one. He does go for the poison there, actually. And he has guards for the graveyard, he knows that. But we do have Evo Zap, keep in mind, guys. We have Evo Zap for his graveyard. Oh my gosh, he's really going all in here. He has the guards, right? No, he doesn't go for the guards. Let's just get an Evo Zap and Curse anyways, and hopefully that's able to stop this. Nice, let's go. Witch is still alive as well, which is going to help us kill those guards. Very nice. And I think we just go for a giant Skelly at the bridge, guys. I guess Sir Tag's deck is actually doing a lot better than I expected. Wow, this guy really just went for a graveyard poison on nothing. Bro, graveyard players do anything except of think, I swear. Okay, giant Skelly gets on the tower. And wow, that worked really well. I have to give Sir Tag a 6 out of 10 on the clickbait scale because I think there are better versions of this deck.
Hog, Sneaky Golem with the Dark Goggins, probably the best deck in Clash Royale right now.
Is Sneaky Golem the best deck in Clash Royale, as the title and intro of this video says? Guys, Sweaty Clash Royale said that this is the best deck in the entire game right now. Now, if you look at it at face value, it probably does not look like the best deck in the game, but maybe what he means by that is that if you abuse the surprise factor well enough of this deck, it can be the best deck, if you abuse it well enough. But you just have to know how to abuse it well enough. So I'm going to try to abuse it as best as I possibly can right here, guys, and we're going to test out whether this deck is actually one of the strongest decks in the game or not. I'm not really sure, but Sneaky Golem has actually been kind of decent recently. We do get a decent defense there, but man, we took a lot of damage. You know, guys, the issue right now is that our main defense to his pushes is going to be the Dark Goblin and the Bats. Well, actually, the Dark Goggins, I should say. A machine. But, you know, yeah, he has arrows to kill the Dark Goblin. Even has Fireball, too. I don't know what the heck we're going to do here. And also, I feel like it's kind of awkward to have Lightning in this deck. I don't think you really need Lightning in a deck like this if you already have just, you know, double win condition. I don't think it really makes sense to add a Lightning to that as well. Also, man, I kind of wasted my cannon there. I thought this guy for sure would try to spam a giant or something like that. Don't really like this situation too much right now. Alright, he does go for the giant in the back right now, guys. We just need to get a lot of value out of our cards right here. We need to get a really good Dark Goblin especially. I say we just go for a Dark Goblin way up high here, then hopefully he plays his arrows onto it or something like that. Oh, we just go for the Evo Zap. Okay, let's just get a nice cannon down maybe. Nice. I love being lied to in the thumbnail of these YouTube videos. Well, guys, you know the one thing right now is that this guy does not know that we actually have the Golem in our deck. Okay, we could go for the Golem right now. This guy does not know we have Golem. Now he does, but... yeah, maybe something can happen here. I kind of doubt it, though. This guy just has so many spells, which is really annoying, but... I don't know. Let's see what happens here. Let's just get a Dark Goblin up high. Mini Pekka's going to take out most of his junk right here. Okay. Wait, let's get a Hog Rider down too, guys. We just need damage at this point. I know we're giving him kind of a lot of counter push value potentially, but we just need some Hog damage right here. We do actually get quite a bit of Hog damage there. That's pretty solid. He does go for the quick zap right there as expected, but Mini Pekka does get the swing there on the Dark Prince. Wait, guys, we actually have a chance here. Yeah, we just go for a Dark Goblin. This guy messed up right now. That's such a bad giant. If he plays a spell on that, he can't defend my Hog Rider. Okay, he can't defend the Hog right now. I'm just going to call the early good game. What, guys? I can't believe this worked. Literally, this guy just did not know I had Golem, and that single-handedly won us the game. I'll give Sweaty a 7 out of 10 on the clickbait scale, because in the right hands, this deck is broken.
In today's video, we are going to be playing the lowest skill deck of all time in Clash Royale. This deck, guys, literally takes 0 brain cells.
Is this the easiest deck in the meta, like Riley said? So Riley said this is the easiest deck to play in all of Clash Royale right now. And honestly, it kind of looks like it. You know, we just have the Pekka, the Goblin Giant. Okay, I just had a lag spike right there, but we're back, guys. We're just going to go for the Pekka here, right into this Monk. We're probably facing an RG deck here, but I think we should have a pretty nice time. I mean, we have Pekka, we have Fisherman. We have mostly what we need here, and yeah, we're just going to see if we can no-skill our way through this matchup, hopefully. Let's see it. Let's go for a Rage right here, just so our Pekka can kill this Hunter, kill this Fisherman. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of value. Dude, our Pekka's actually going insane right now. Let's just get this down. He's probably going to Fisherman, actually. Yeah, he does get his Fisherman down, unfortunately. That's not the best for us. We do get a Pancake on the Goblin Giant. Bombers on the tower, guys, and look at that damage that we get. Oh my gosh, we just took half his tower. I was, like, lagging and not looking very good, and then I just randomly took half this guy's tower. That's pretty nice, actually. Good sign for this deck. Let's just get our Pekka down to get this Pancake. Nice! We get it right as he cycles the Hunter, so I don't think he can even pressure with the RG because we just Fisherman to pull it in if he does. And guys, this deck has so many spells too, so even if you like miss one of your spells or just waste one of them on something random, you just have so many that I feel like you're always in such a good spot with this deck. And the Goblin Curse also just amplifies the damage of your other spells, and it's almost impossible to actually miss a I mean, it's just almost impossible to miss anything when you have a Rage in your deck, like Rage, arrows, all this stuff. Like, it's nearly impossible to miss, and this guy just gives up. We have a level 17 Pekka, which heals massively from taking out the tower right there. Alright, good game. I have to give Riley a 10 out of 10 on the clickbait scale. No lies detected.
Today we are going to be playing the same deck that we played yesterday because that deck was low-key broken.
Is this homemade deck from Spencer actually insane? Let's try it out. I have to say, guys, it does feel pretty illegal to play an Electro Giant deck without the Tornado in it, or even something like a Lightning, for example, but we'll see how this works out. Seems like kind of more of a homemade mid-ladder version of Electro Giant, but maybe we can somehow find a way to win with it at top ladder. I almost want to go for an E-Giant here. I think I should, because the Cage is going to die here pretty soon, and then we also have the Bowler to help us out a little bit. Yo, Bowler's kind of pushing this E-Giant pretty far. Okay, he does have the Recruits. Somewhat expected. I just didn't really know if he'd have that with the Skelly Barrel. I don't know why he has a random Skelly Barrel in this Recruits deck, but hopefully we're able to make things work out here on defense. Let's just get this right here. I'm going to get my gang as well up high, just trying to protect our archers for a little bit. I think we're going to take a lot of Skelly Barrel damage, though. Okay, that Skelly Barrel's taking my entire tower right now. Would have loved to have like a bomber or something right there, but man, I don't know. I mean, to be honest with you guys, that was kind of on me right there, guys. I probably could have just played a lot more passively and, you know, could have built up bowlers more in the back and stuff like that instead of going for an aggressive E-Giant, but it's okay. Hopefully we could still find a way to come back right here. Musketeer shouldn't allow this to splash the tower, but he does go for the Fireball, so I kind of have to waste a weird bowler right there. Not much else I could have done besides that. At least we know he has Fireball now, and we know his deck, basically. So we could kind of try to play around it a little bit more. He does have the Flying Machine, though, which is kind of annoying. We have no Fireball or really much to take that out, except, I guess, the Evolved Musketeer. Wait, this is actually a really good E-Giant opportunity, guys. Look at that value right there. Nice, that's a really nice E-Giant. Let's go. Alright. That's going to defend everything pretty easily. We can even get a Bandit down as well, just to try to take down that Ice Wizard. I do definitely want to try to cycle as well, guys, to my Evolved Musketeer very soon. I think we'll get it pretty soon, right here. Very nice bowler line up there on just about everything. We get a nice bit of arrows value as well. Musketeer kind of helping out a little bit there. Goblin Gang should kill this Flying Machine. Maybe we have a chance to make a comeback here. I'm not really expecting anything, though. Oh, we do get a very nice Musketeer on the tower right there. And he can't really Fireball the archers. I mean, he does go for a Fireball, but he only hits one of them, so that might have been a little bit aggressive. Wait, guys, we have a chance to get a really good Evo Musketeer right here to snipe something. Okay, I'm just going to snipe the Ice Wizard because it's really annoying. His cage is not even evolved, so it's not really the biggest deal anyways. Yeah, this is good. Okay, nice. He goes for the Goblin Gang there, but I think we're kind of breaking through. Yeah, that we get the E-Giant on the tower. He didn't Fireball the E-Giant, which might have been a mistake. E-Giant's getting so much damage right here. Bandit sneaks its way through to the tower, and E-Giant might just be able to take it. I can't believe we just won that game with such a comeback. I'll give this video a 4 out of 10 on the clickbait scale.
Speedy Balloon Evolution.
Here is B-Rad's video, and we have to decide if Speedy Balloon is really back. So guys, B-Rad said that Speedy Balloon is back in Clash Royale, and we're going to have to put that theory to the test right now. We're currently at top ladder, so if we can win here, that'll be a pretty good sign for his video not being clickbait. Now, normally I feel like B-Rad kind of exaggerates in his titles just a little bit, but I do have some hope for this because we do have the new evolved Skelly Barrel up in here, which I feel like could actually have a chance to make Speedy Balloon a decent deck. Again, this guy just completely butchered that tornado there. Doesn't even get his King Tower activated either. But unfortunately, guys, he probably has Sparky with just the Wizard and a bunch of spam, so it's actually going to be kind of hard to stop this Wizard. I think the spam in his deck is not going to be that hard to stop with our cheap cycle and stuff like that, but the Wizard is going to be quite a big issue. The thing is, though, he doesn't know we have Speedy Balloon, so we could kind of catch him off guard with it, I think. Guys, I have a good idea. Let's just go for it right now. Yeah, he can't stop this. He might just try to tower trade with me. Oh, he goes for the Fireball. That's actually pretty good. We do get the Balloon Shot, guys, and we only got a -2 trade, so we got like 1,400 damage for only 2 elixir. That's really, really good. Now we just go for the cannon right here. And I guess we just go for Skellies up high. He's going to heal the mini Pekka, not the giant, though, so that's good. The only issue, guys, is that I don't want to play my bats because I feel like he would just go for the rage onto it or something. I don't know if he has a rage, but I assume he does. All right, guys, he does go for another giant in the back. I think I am just going to have to go for a Speedy Balloon combo right here. I know he's going to Evo Wizard onto it, probably. Yeah, but if I didn't Speedy Balloon right there, guys, I feel like he would have just taken my tower with some huge push on the other side, so I'm kind of glad that I made him play the Wizard. And I guess we'll see if there's any way we can defend this now. I don't have super high hopes right here, but we're going to try something. Okay, we get a nice Ice Spirit down. We have to get another cannon here as well. And then let's just snowball the mini Pekka so the Sparky shoots the Knight, hopefully. Nice, let's go. Okay, we have really good pressure damage on both sides. Like, we have high damage on both sides, so we can really pressure whichever side we want, which is great. His Wizard does get a lot of value right there, guys, but I think if we just get a nice Evo Snowball, we're going to keep our cannon nice and healthy. Well, the Sparky went in front! Guys, Speedy Balloon might actually be back right now because I noticed the Evo Snowball is actually really good with Speedy Balloon as well. So, like, normally Evo Bats are really good, so you would think we'd use them in this deck, but actually the Evo Snowball is really nice to get you good defenses and clutch balloon connections as well. Alright, guys, we once again have our Speedy Balloon combo. Let's just go in for it right away. I don't even care. Oh, nice, he wasted the Wizard. That's beautiful. He could go for, like, some sort of defense here with the NATO, but he completely epic fails, man. Speedy Balloon, I guess, is actually not clickbait. B-Rad was not clickbaiting. I would rate B-Rad's deck a 6 out of 10 on the clickbait scale.